Hey, what's going on? This is Michael Love and Freedom. I just want to come on here real quick and share a little something with you guys. Earlier, I went to a dentist appointment at a special implant place in Tucson, Arizona called K Dentist, and they specialize in dental implants. And I wanted to come on here and share some information with those who may have been diagnosed with sleep apnea or have a sleep disorder. And I went today to do my initial consultation with a specialist, a dentist, to have my implants. To have my dental mouthpiece imprinted so I can get it made, special custom made. Well, there's a few things that I went through while I was there. First of all, I was a little hesitant going, wondering how they was going to actually do the implants when I just had a major mouth surgery a couple weeks ago, and it's still not completely healed. And when I got there, I notified them right away, and they just said, well, that may be a problem, which it was, that they was going to just do as much as they could until I originally completed my procedure for having my bridges and my crowns and stuff done, completed. Well, when I was in there speaking with the doctor, he seemed to be very knowledgeable, and he once, I think he mentioned once he did work for the VA, and I was mentioning to him about some bridges that I had that was the missing places that had fallen out. And he like, yeah, those was pretty much going to happen. The military put those in just to make you pretty much deployable. Pretty much what he was saying. And he said to make sure when I do go here this coming week to get my bridges done, make sure I actually see those bridges first. He said what I want now is I want the modern day bridges, implants put in. Not any of that where they taking those metal brackets that's hugging your other teeth to fill in the space. You don't want that no more. That cement wears out and eventually they will fall out.
And right here, you would hear him explain why it's very important that you don't get those military style bridges, because they will come out.
Bridge is just a little wing.
Right, that's what they did.
And then when you put a lot of, over time, it relies so much on the cement. And then when you're a heavy biter, that cement will not be strong enough to hold it in place. So you need something of a traditional bridge that like encase the whole tooth.
Right.
So it crowns.
Right.
And so, like different.
I'm hoping they don't do that military thing again.
So, like when you have missing space.
Right.
So traditional bridge. You just cement it on. See how now it encased the whole area. So then when you bite, no matter how hard, all the force distributes down
evenly.
You're not relying on just that little wing.
Right.
The way you are, the prep, because I look at this tag right here. That's the Maryland Bridge. That's what you're getting. So before you commit to anything, just clarify that.
I'm gonna tell them Saturday.
One of my subscribers, Gary had, and it was one where they put in and they lock it in place into your jaw. Well, he actually form-fitting me one where if you can't wear a CPAP, or you going through some form of anxiety or claustrophobic or some type of that matter, that one won't work great for you. The one that you have to lock in your jaw, you can't open your mouth. So it's going to fit me with one such as so where it's just two, like a mouthpiece, like when you play sports. You got one up top, one at the bottom, and they kind of lock together to keep your jaw from shifting forward, like when you sleep. Keep your jaw in place. He also mentioned a few other things that are very important, as far as people that sleep on their stomach. Do not sleep on your stomach. It's pretty bad for you because of the way it makes your neck, cut off your wind flow. Best to sleep on your side and your back. There was a lot of things he mentioned, great information that I didn't know, was never aware of. No one ever told me. He was very knowledgeable, very, I would say very community skills, public relation skills. Very knowledgeable doctor. Also, he mentioned, one thing I found that was kind of humorous, and he said it, and it made sense. I know we talked about it before on the platform, with Markel and other times we talk about, being retired. And he asked me, you're retired, you got a lot of time on your hand. Why don't you do something productive with that time? And I told him, productive for me is probably not productive for him. Like once you go to school to do something, you know how people try to tell you what to do with your life. And I pretty much told him, I'm done trying to deal with people and adjust to what people want me to do. I want to enjoy life for me, keep myself entertained, keep myself happy. So we just run around talking about that pretty much. But today's video was basically just to enlighten you guys on a few things that was shared with me about the mouthpiece, about sleep apnea, different types of mouthpiece that may help for those who struggle to use their CPAP machine. He also, let me let you guys on this, when he was doing my exam, x-rays, photos and everything, he also mentioned he started hitting pressure points in my face, my jaws and everything. And he also asked me, had I ever been diagnosed? He didn't ask me if I've been diagnosed, but he was diagnosing me as he was going through the exam with TMJ. Those who, I don't know if you're familiar with, it's a disability in the military, TMJ. And every place he hit, I didn't even mention it. He was mentioning it as he was doing the exam. And a lot of other things. He started touching points and stuff and saying that your muscles, if you got, sleep apnea and you do this and do that, he set off pressure points and cause the muscles in the jaws, different types of movement or not proper rest. During the course of the military, I used to sleep in vehicles, I used to sleep in different places, other different positions where you was not sleeping in a proper format. It can cause, TMJ and all kind of stuff. We went through a lot of stuff. Very, very informative. And I just wanted to come on here and just share some of that stuff with you guys to say that your dental is just as important as your regular health, especially when it comes down to sleep disorder. So I encourage each and every one of you guys to make sure you stay on top of your health. Now, don't neglect your dental as well, which I went a long time neglecting my dental, didn't think it was that important. And dental does affect your health as well, especially your sleep, and I did not know that. So, not just because of pain, but the way it forms your structure of your jaw, the structure of your air passageway, and all that stuff. If you grind your teeth in your sleep, all kind of stuff. They can see all that. So, just wanted to share this information with you guys. Hope it helps some of those guys that struggle with sleep disorders, sleep apnea, or any type of sleep issues. So you might want to look into it like I did, and I appreciate Gary sharing his information about it. I had no idea about it. And if you are getting any dental work done, advise they call modern day bridges. You make sure you don't want to go to those old school temporary bridges where they put the metal and cement it to the other teeth to hold it in place. You don't want that. So just wanted to share that with you guys. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking your time out to support, watch the channel. And for those, if it's your first time watching the channel, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I go live. Like always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Until the next one, bye now. Peace. until